Minimax is causing a buzz. So a quick video on how to train your first character, Lora. We are going to train a never-existed made-up person. There is a reason we are using a made-up not real person, and that is because training real people is illegal. In the UK where I live, I can go to jail. I shit you not for that shit. Those of you who live in the US are not safe either, so do not break the law and respect people's images. Now you have seen our character. I am using just images to train on. We are doing simple training in this video. I have 60 or so captioned images here. I have deliberately overspec'd this run pod instance. It is possible to train a Lora locally on a 5090 but 64 gig system RAM is very tight. I will explain why in a bit. I have chosen here an RTX 5000 Pro, which on RunPod comes with over 128 gig of system RAM. So start a new job in AI Toolkit. I enter the name of our Lora and trigger word. Choose the Minimax model. Now, if you are on a 5090, hell, potentially even a 4090, you should offload some layers. On this GPU, I really did not need to, but I select 20 layers to show you the VRAM footprint later in the video with 20 layers selected. We are doing a character Lora, and I find Sigmoid is better for this use case. The default is set to cache text embeddings to unload the text encoder. Do not change this setting as you will out of memory very quickly. I deliberately put in extra steps than needed. We need more than 3,000, that is for sure, but I choose 4,500 as overkill. I choose the dataset. I turn off Do Audio, Auto Frame Count, and set frames to 1. Minimax only does less than 1 megapixel video, so training 1 megapixel is a waste. I choose 512 and 768 resolutions. I leave cache latents turned on as this speeds things up for us. I nuke all of the example prompts, else this would take a week to train. I just put my go to video test prompt. I set the job off. We have some points of order to take note next with VRAM and system RAM. The system is currently caching text embeddings, but look at the system RAM use. It is over 64 gig. Remember, this is not on Windows, it is Linux, so no bloat sat in system RAM. You can reduce this burden. I am using 1 megapixel images which I am resizing down. If you start with only 768 or only train in 512 resolution, this will mean smaller text embeddings and may fit under 64 gig VRAM. If you want to cache video embeddings, well, not on 64 gig is possible, I am afraid. Training just begins to start. Look at the VRAM. It is actually under 20 gig. This is the 20% layers we offloaded doing that. It does mean this will train a bit slower, however. We are 1,000 steps in now. The loss graph after a bit of a blip is now descending nicely. Let us see some of the samples.
Testing! 1, 2, 3!
The first one is always garbage. Mind you, I would not want to meet her in a dark alley.
Testing! 1, 2, 3! Testing! 1, 2, 3!
The progression from the first to the 1,000 step sample is clear. Still a long way to go, but the Lora is learning. Much further on in the training now. The loss graph lowest point, which represents our best checkpoint, is around 2,800 steps. This is past our 2,700 checkpoint, meaning the next one at 3,000 steps is more than likely our best candidate.
Testing! 1, 2, 3!
I quickly eyeball our samples. I let the training run on. If you look at our loss graph now, you see after the spike at 2,800, the loss went down again. This means potentially it learned more. This is good. The graph, however, takes a complete shit at 3,400 steps. That sharp rise in the graph represents overfitting. Your Lora is breaking. There is no recovery from that and no point in training more. This is how you know when to stop.
Right. This is the Lora we trained. What do we think?
For a quick and dirty, shove a dataset in Lora, we did not do too bad. Not the greatest, but far from the worst I have trained. I hope you found this video useful. If you like this stuff, support me on Ko-fi. Also come to my Discord to say hi. All links are below.